golf being an Olympic sport in the Rio Summer Olympics, it's time now to take our Utah Olympians to the golf course, check out their golf game, and also relive some of their Olympic moments. Ed Eyestone was a cross-country state champion at Bonneville High School. Then he moved on to BYU and became one of only 4 athletes ever to win the NCAA Triple Crown, an NCAA championship in 1985 in the cross-country in 5,000 and 10,000 meters. Then Eyestone went on to compete in the 88 and 92 Olympics in the marathon. So now it's time to take our Utah Olympian, Ed Eyestone, to the golf course.
Ed Eyestone doesn't usually wait for Mark Kirk. Eyestone has a big deficit to make up, but the look on his face says he hasn't quit yet.
Please welcome to the tee here at Sleepy Ridge in Orem, 2-time Olympian, 4-time NCAA national champion, and the current BYU head track and field coach, Mr. Ed Eyestone, everybody.
Thank you very much. So the last time I swung a club was 2 years ago.
Well, you got it in the air for not swinging a club for 2 years.
Well, my best victories have come on a golf course running cross country, so about as fast as it gets.
There he is, 2-time Olympian, 4-time NCAA champion on his home turf.
My dream was to play professional baseball, and so I had it kind of all mapped out, the course I was going to follow, Little League, junior high, high school, probably get drafted out of high school, but I'd go to college because Mom would want me to do that. But ultimately, my dreams kind of hit a standstill when there was a thing in junior high called a tryout. And when I didn't make the junior high baseball team as a 7th grader, then it was really the first time in my life that I realized that there's another sport in the spring of the year, and that was track and field. And so that's kind of how I got my start.
So then you got to Bonneville High School and become a state champion.
Yeah, I had an amazing coach there by the name of Neville Peterman. You know, he came over and actually recruited from the junior high and told us about cross country, and I thought that was weird that we'd run from California to New York over the course of the year.
You didn't know what cross country was.
Cross country, guys, that means you're running, 3 miles on grass. My senior year, I was healthy and had a great cross country season. I think I ended up winning state by about a minute, so that was a good season.
When you won that cross-country state title at Bonneville, did you think in your mind, I've got a great college career coming up, maybe the Olympics too? You know what,
that's a great question. I'd actually have to say that I thought that was going to happen as a 7th grader running a 5:10 mile, So I was a little bit naive in knowing how difficult that was going to become, and how as a 7th grade 5:30 miler, that wasn't really realistic. But I think you need to be kind of naive like that sometimes if you're going to reach the highest levels. And certainly by the time I reached high school, and as a senior in high school, when I was able to, win state by a substantial margin, then the whole thing became more and more of a reality. But even at that point in time, it would have been pretty naive to think that I would make 2 Olympic teams.
So you got to BYU, 1985. NCAA history. You became one of only 4 athletes to win the Triple Crown.
Yeah, and that was fun. I just had such great support from teammates, and that was back in the day when there were many good Kenyan runners running from the University of Texas, El Paso. And so to be able to mix it up with some of the best Kenyans in the country on a regular basis at our very conference meet, I think gave me the confidence going into the big championship meets that, hey, if I can race these Kenyans in a dual meet and do well, then the sky's the limit. The national championships were not as intimidating.
Then Ed Eyestone set his sights on the Olympics, and he changed events, going from the 10,000 meters to the marathon, and qualified for the 88 Olympics in Seoul and the 92 Olympics in Barcelona.
Eyestone just goes through there for 2nd.
I knew that I could run this distance, even though I was fairly new to the marathon event. You go on training runs of 20 and 25 miles on a regular basis. And so I felt like, you know what, I'll give myself a shot at the marathon. And if that doesn't happen, then I'll go to my strong event, which is 10,000 meters. And unfortunately, both in 88 and 92, 88 is pretty much a novice at the marathon. Running my 2nd marathon, I was able to make the team. And then at 92, then I was more the veteran, established marathoner, and so was able to return and make the team in Barcelona, which was exciting for me because I'd served an LDS mission in Barcelona 10 years earlier.
Brett Camp
running behind Ed Eyestone from the United States. 27:45 athlete, but quite new to the marathon.
Eyestone finished 29th in 88 and 13th in 92. After his career ended, Eyestone did some broadcasting with NBC during the Olympics and other major races, and then
Let's go, Jackson!
he went into coaching.
Nice, 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 nice. 60. And yeah, you do get that same juice when you're a competitive person, which I was very competitive in running, just in terms of, man, I just really love to win or do as well as I could. Then you can kind of take that, you know, when the body starts to give out, you can then take it maybe in a different direction and get those same sort of competitive juices and fire in terms of working with athletes. And when you no longer can set those goals for yourself in terms of athletically continuing to improve, then you can work with young people who are in that position in their lives where they can still do that at the highest levels. And so it's very fun to be able to work in tandem with some of these amazing athletes, help them to kind of set the goals and do the workouts and be in a position to hopefully make their Olympic dreams. I mean, I was probably just as excited, if not more so, when Jared Ward made the Olympic team in the marathon just a few months ago.
Because you coached him.
As I coached him and continue to coach him, than I was, you know, making the Olympic team.
Oh, look, that is a heck of a two-putt, Coach.
Well, you know, luck comes through once again.
Right.
Okay, here we go, bud.
Okay, go.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got to bounce up and down?
This is a good pace. No, you want it smooth.
Oh,
You want it
okay.
smooth
Well,
to the car.
There's nothing smooth about my running.
Well,
I got more jigglies than you do. Wow. Once an athlete, always an athlete, huh? You are a putter. Ed, great to see you. Great to hang out for a while
thank you.
and to relive some of your great moments.
Thanks for the coaching. I'm going to have to get out on the golf course.
Now, another accomplishment for Ed Eyestone. Back in 1986 in San Francisco, he won the Beta Breakers race, beating out 110,000 competitors. He is the last American to win that race in San Francisco.